right, let's see what Greg Papa have to say. I think the other one we listened to was before the game. I think it was. Yeah, the other one we listened to was before the game. You guys can't hear. Silly goose.
Just when the team was sharing the ball early, getting up to the couch, no start with an able to
We kept a good pace. At the start of the game, neither team could really make a shot. And then we got it together as far as, getting some buckets to go down. And I just thought that we were pretty solid at both ends of the floor tonight and had good performances by a good number of people. We had over 30 assists again, and that's always a great sign that you're moving well and finding open people. So
I want to repeat this, okay? While Trey Jones, he helps, okay? I think he's just a part of a bigger puzzle. Keep in mind that the game that we won prior to this last few, the game we won prior to the last few, he didn't play at all. And the Spurs also looked good. It's like it was segments throughout the season where they looked like they had things together. Now, undoubtedly, they're better when Trey Jones is playing with the team, undoubtedly. But I think it's a smaller piece to the overall puzzle. Every single player is playing well together. They're starting to understand Wemby. Wemby is starting to find ways to highlight their strengths, and that's what great players do, which is crazy that he's learning that this young. But overall, I just think that that's what is kind of going on right now. I think everyone's clicking. It's not just the fact that Trey Jones is in the starting lineup. Also, everything needs context. I know that a lot of people were upset with Pop because he said, or a lot of people were like, why wasn't Trey Jones there? If he was starting at the beginning of the season, I don't think you would have won more games. I'm just going to be real with you. How the team as a whole was playing, I don't think that would have been the case. However, I also understand why this was a thing, why we weren't. And I said this in other videos as well, in other live stream, but Popovich is the type, and this is a great quality to have as a coach, and not many coaches have this around the NBA, let's be real. Well, he will put you in uncomfortable situations so you can grow as a player. He wants to highlight the things you don't do well so you can become a better player. He did the same thing with Tony Parker. Tony Parker wasn't, like, a lot of people bring up, like, oh, Tony Parker, the ultimate passer. Tony Parker was not a passer when he got, like, Tony Parker was a scorer. He was score first. He became a better passer because Popovich put him in those situations. Same thing with Manu, putting him at the as a sixth man, running the second unit. Same thing with, I mean, every single player you can really think about. Danny Green, he was constantly getting on Danny Green, wanting him to do be better than what he was. So he's always putting you in very uncomfortable situations. And that was the same thing with Jeremy Sohan starting at point guard. And now what we see is Jeremy Sohan doesn't put his back to the basket right when he goes past half court or right when he's at the 3-point line. His head is up. He's looking. He's seeing more on the court. Even that game in which, terrible turnover, by the way, mind you, it was the right play. In that type of play, Sohan, I don't know if he made it last year. I don't know. So yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff from everybody, I think.
They look like they're beginning to.
Yeah, Victor went off when he was like 3. Didn't he go on a 13? He went like on 13-3 run by himself, dude. God, we're so lucky.
Understand how to play with each other, so.
Pause.
We'll have a tough challenge tomorrow night. So we'll see how we can do.
I think you guys have won 4 straight third quarters now, which is a turnaround from where it was. Is there anything you're seeing there that's a common thread between those?
No, I just, I think it's maybe a matter of focus where they understand those first 5 minutes of that third quarter is really important, and to lean into the game defensively rather than offensively. Just think about stops, think about boards. Offense is natural. Everybody loves offense, and that's what they all did since they were little kids. But it's a different mindset.
This is the type of coach you want, okay? This is when the old school and the new school clash, all right? Because in the modern NBA, it's all about highlights, right? It's all about what's going to be on ESPN, Sports Center, all that great stuff. So yeah, people are going to remember the Wemby cutting between two defenders, one of which is Giannis, bouncing it off of the backboard and dunking it. We'll always remember that. We're going to remember the behind the back dunk. You go back, we remember Manu Ginobili's dunk on block. We remember a lot of offense. We do remember some great defensive plays too, but not as many, not nearly as many. So yeah, like that's completely right. Like these kids nowadays, they grew up and that's how you grow up. Like it's all offense, you know, it's score. So it's good for him to come in and ground you a little bit. You know, this is what championship teams do. Thank you.
To think about starting a quarter defensively. And the third quarter is a special spot for that. And maybe they're doing that better.
Is Victor still a no-go for back-to-back?
Yes.
Speaking of defense, do you like what you're seeing from Jeremy on that end of the floor?
Yeah, you know, he enjoys that part of it. His length, you know, really helps him. He's learned how to beat people to spots, how to use his physicality and his length and that sort of thing. So he's playing smarter defense than in the beginning of the year.
It's about Sohan.
Doug, I don't know. You're probably going to wonder about him. I'm not sure whether he'll be available or not.
Do you have a date yet on when Victor gets reevaluated?
I don't have a date. I think it might be within the next week and a half or so.
You have a back-to-back coming up on this road trip. That's probably still not one where you play both of them.
Correct.
Okay.
I think you put him in for 36 seconds to start the fourth quarter. Was that just to get him up to his limit, or?
Yeah, we decided if we were going to play him a few more minutes, we might as well do it then and get it done, and then he can, you know, sit.
Well, I guess that's the end of it. Let's see. Make sure it's the end.
Okay. Have a good.
Thanks for subscribing, Susan. I'm surprised he kept Wemby in there in the fourth a little. So talking about the guy, who did we just play? The Hornets. Yeah, I'm sure he just didn't want to get, you know, Wemby a little. Wemby needs some reps, okay? He needs some reps. Whether we're blowing out a team or not, he needs some reps. He needs to play a little bit. But yeah, good stuff. Great stuff. I'm happy with everything. I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with how our guys responded. I'm happy with everything. Okay? I'm content. But yeah, so anyways, I haven't plugged myself in a while. If you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, or become a Patreon or YouTube member, only $2 per month. I'm still catching up on orders. There's one order in particular where somebody ordered the same thing twice, and I think that was on purpose. So I'm gonna get yours ready, packaged, send it out, and then I'll work on the second one that you sent next week because I won't be here, so I'll be gone. But I will get that one up and ready for you. Actually, when I'm posting this, I don't even know when I'm posting this video. But yeah, you're gonna get a notification, okay? But if you guys want to support, link in the description. A lot of great stuff there. But yeah, good stuff, great stuff.